How would you like to have your own affiliate marketing website that consistently brings in $500, $1,000, or even $2,000 per month? In 2018, there's no reason that you shouldn't have an Amazon affiliate marketing website. It takes less than an hour to set up and less than $100 to get started, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this step-by-step tutorial. You see, what I like about affiliate marketing, unlike Amazon FBA and Shopify, is that you can literally start making your first sale as soon as tomorrow. There's no need to wait to source a product or go back and forth with suppliers. You don't have to ship anything out yourself or hold any inventory, and my favorite, you don't need to deal with customer service or worry about returns. For this tutorial, I also set up a guide that you can follow along with on my website, and it'll be one of the first links down below in the description. Now, in today's step-by-step tutorial, we're going to be talking about how you can choose a profitable niche to start affiliate marketing with. I'll be guiding you on how to build and set up your affiliate website. Next up, we have keyword and content research. This is important because if you don't choose the right keywords and the right content, you won't be making any money with your site. Then I'm going to show you what it takes to rank videos on YouTube. And after that, we're going to go into building backlinks into your site so that you're getting traffic from other sites. And this will also help you start ranking your website as well and help build on to the passive income. Next up, we'll talk about building an email list and why it's important that you start building one from day one. And if you really want to scale up and take this affiliate marketing business to the next level, I'll talk about advertising and the main untouched advertising platform that most people still aren't using in 2018. Now, this will help you reach the $5,000 to $10,000 per month level. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. Alright, so step one is going to be niche selection. Now, why do you need a niche? It's easier to make money if you focus on just one niche. And that's because you become the go-to website and you start building authority with your audience. Now imagine you start talking about 2, 3, or even 4 different topics. It becomes harder for your audience to identify you as the expert with just one of those topics. So, when they do run into that problem, they're not going to go to your website or your YouTube channel. They're going to go to somebody else's who they do identify as the expert and, purchase through one of their affiliate links. Now, you want to become the go-to website and start building authority because it also builds brand equity. And building a brand is extremely important, especially nowadays when there's so much competition. Just think about Coca-Cola and Apple. Those are all big brands, and people, when people want to buy a phone, if they have Apple, they're going to go to Apple again because they know and trust Apple. They love Apple products. They might have a couple of them. And you just need to build brand equity because once you've built a brand, people start coming to you for you because they like you, they like your brand, and they know that you're not going to try and sell them anything that doesn't work or anything bad just because you want to make a commission. It's because you truly believe in it and because you truly want to help your audience out. Now, what do we want to look for in a niche? Now, before I go ahead and jump into that, I want to let you guys know about the big 3 and why they will never fail. Now, if you choose a niche within the big 3, and that's health, wealth, and relationships, these are all aligned with human nature, and they're things that people always want to improve themselves in. So if you choose something within health, people are always going to want to be adding muscle, or they're always going to want to be losing weight and dropping fat. With wealth, people are always trying to make more money. They're always trying to invest, trying to figure out new ways to make money online or offline or all that type of stuff. And with relationships, people are always going to be having relationships, and there's going to be guys wanting to know pickup lines to get the girls, or improving their relationships with their significant other. These are just things that will never ever die down. So if you do choose a niche within the big 3, you'll always be able to make money within them. Now, what do we want to look for in a niche? Competition. Competition means that there's people that are actually making money in it right now. So competition is a good thing. I know online, a lot of the times people are scared of competition, but no, competition is actually a good thing, and it's one of the things you want to look for when you're choosing your niche. Now, next we want to look for traffic. We want to make sure that these websites and that these YouTube channels are getting traffic. Now, YouTube channels are a lot easier to see if people are, getting traffic because you can see how many views they're getting, but websites are sometimes a little bit harder. I like to use a website called SimilarWeb to see where websites are getting their traffic from and how much traffic they're getting. So basically, you just go ahead and enter the domain name that you want to see how much traffic they're getting, and it shows you where they're getting the traffic from, how they're getting the traffic from, if it's SEO, if it's from social media, if it's from other websites. and then you can go ahead and reverse engineer and see what they're doing, see where they're getting the traffic from, and you can work on getting the same traffic that they're getting. Now next, what we want to look for is what competitive advantages do you have? Are you already an expert in the field? If, let's just say, you're trying to go into health, are you a personal trainer? That kind of gives you a competitive advantage over others, because in the health industry, people are starting blogs and YouTube channels, and a lot of them aren't certified personal trainers. So say you're a certified personal trainer, that already gives you an edge over somebody else, because you have certification. And people, as much as I don't like to admit it too much, people do like seeing certifications. So that could work to your advantage in that niche. Now next, how can you differentiate yourself? You need to find different ways that you can differentiate yourself, because that can also be a competitive advantage for you in your niche. And you also want to look for high profits. You don't want to spend a lot of work and then only make like $1 per sale. You want to look for a niche that has high profits. So you want to look for something that gives you like 20-30% commissions, even 40%. I've seen niches and products that give you up to 75 to 100% commissions on the product. Now you also want to make sure that people are buying these products, and you can check the popularity of these products on stuff like Google keywords, and you can just do simple Google searches. But the best thing to know your audience and to know your niche really well is to kind of be immersed in it. You want to know everything about it. You want to know the top players, you want to know what they're selling, and all that kind of stuff. Now, how do you find your niche? So how do you find your niche? Basically, ask yourself, what do you enjoy doing on a daily basis? What do you enjoy doing in your free time that even if you weren't paid to do it, you'd still be doing it? Now for me, that sometimes that's playing guitar. So maybe I could start a channel playing guitar, showing people how to play different songs, and then I could recommend the products that I use on my channel. Or something else that I really like doing is reading about psychology or reading about marketing. So that's something else that I could start doing. So basically just ask yourself, what books do you read, what sites do you visit, what do you like to talk about a lot, and just see what you enjoy doing on a daily basis, because that makes it a lot easier to go ahead and talk about and do every single day. Because one of the reasons that a lot of people fail is because they don't see the money right away, and a lot of people do it for the money. So within like a week, 2 weeks, they don't see any money coming in, they go ahead and give up and quit. But if it's something that you enjoy doing, you're going to persevere through it because you actually enjoy doing it and you're not doing it solely for the money. Now, does that make sense? Next, what do others say that you're good at? If somebody says that you're really good at talking about I don't know, sports, you could start maybe a sports blog or a sports YouTube channel. Or if you like TV shows so much, just go ahead and start a blog about TV shows, and maybe you can be an affiliate for their merchandise. Next, are any of those profitable, and do they have a big audience online? Now this goes back to what I was talking about a couple minutes earlier, but you need to make sure that these audiences and that these niches are profitable. And the reason is because you don't want to just start talking about something and put a lot of effort into 2-3 months, and then just to figure out that there's not that many people searching for underwater basket weaving or something crazy like that. Just make sure that these are profitable and that they do have a big audience online, so that it will be easier for you to go ahead and build your own audience and become the authority, become an authority figure, and become an expert in the mind of your audience. Now, if there isn't a big market, it may be a good idea to find one so you won't struggle. And you want as little roadblocks in the beginning, like I said a couple minutes ago, to start seeing some quick wins and start making $5 here, $10 here, maybe another $50 here, and get to $50 a day with your website and with your blog within 2 or 3 months. Okay, so some examples of great niches are technology. Technology is very, very hot. People always want the latest tech. They always want the latest iPhone. They always want the latest speaker. They always want the latest headphones. People always want the latest thing. So if you can create an authority website around technology, say around headphones or maybe around speakers, you could become the go-to authority on that. So whenever people are looking for a new speaker, they come to your website and they purchase through your affiliate link. And sometimes these speakers or studio monitors are $200, $300. So if you make a 20% commission on that, that's already 40 to 60 bucks in your pocket just from becoming that authority and having somebody buy from your link. Another great one is marketing software. Now, marketing softwares are amazing because stuff like ClickFunnels or an email autoresponder or anything else that a business might need is something that they're going to be using for months, if not years. So you're going to be making a recurring commission on that. And typically these things range from anywhere from like 30 to 50% commissions. So ClickFunnels, for example, is $100 a month and they give you a 40% commission. Now, if the person stays on board month after month, you keep on making $40 per month per person, which is awesome because you don't have to go out looking for any new customers to make more money because you have that monthly recurring commission coming in. Next is electronics. Electronics are big, they tie back into technology. Next, we also have internet marketing info courses. These are amazing because for the person who's selling them, they really have no overhead. It's just a digital product being delivered via email or through an online membership. So commissions are typically high for these. Next, we have muscle building. We also have fat loss. Next, we also have supplements. People are always going to be buying supplements, and if you're into muscle building or fat loss, you can also be selling supplements and recommending supplements to your audience. And that's also a great way to kind of intertwine these niches and make some money with them. We also have dating and relationships. Pets are a really good niche. People are always buying stuff for their pets. We have beauty and makeup. You guys know that beauty and makeup is huge on YouTube. And people, these girls, they're affiliates for the products that they use. And obviously, if somebody likes their eyeliner or anything else, I'm not really big into the beauty and makeup niche, but if they like any of the products that they're using or they like the look that they're doing, they're going to go ahead and buy from that person's affiliate link. So we also have personal finance and wealth building, and we also have sports. Now, if you guys see all of these niches, they fall into the big three. So if you're having trouble choosing a niche and you've gotten this far, honestly, any of these niches that I just mentioned will not fail you. So if you're having trouble, just go ahead and choose one of these. All right, now that we've spent a good 10 to 15 minutes explaining the importance of choosing your niche, why you need to have a niche, how to choose one, some examples, to really emphasize that choosing your niche is important and it's pivotal to your success when you're doing affiliate marketing. Because you want to have something that is getting traffic right now, it's currently making sales, and that is going to keep you interested during the slow times and not, so you don't give up. So now that you've chosen your niche, it's time to move on to step 2, which is building and setting up your website. Now, as a word of caution, a lot of people give up right over here. Most people quit, and that's because they get the satisfaction of starting, but 80% stop after they've set up their site. They don't want to do any work. They think that it's kind of tedious. It's going to take a long time. Just insert whatever excuse it is. But I want to let you guys know right now that this is where most people drop off so that you don't fall into the same pattern and, just have your website be another site floating in cyberspace collecting dust. Now, if you're expecting for your website to generate visitors on its own, I hate to break it to you, but that's not how it works, unfortunately. The reason why your website is mandatory when you're doing affiliate marketing is because it's where all of your content is going to be stored. You need a central hub and a central place for your visitors to land and become familiar with. And this goes back to, building that brand and building the brand equity and the image for your affiliate marketing business. Now, your website is an extension of you and your brand. It doesn't matter whether you're documenting your journey, you're sharing your favorite recipes from your favorite meals, having an online store, or it's your personal brand. Your website is your central hub, and it links your visitors to your content, your affiliate offers, and have them get to know you and your brand a lot better. Now, a lot of inexperienced affiliate marketers like to send people straight to an affiliate offer, and while that works for some affiliate offers, it fails for most of them. Now, when you do that, there's a great chance that they'll leave and never come back. Just think about when you click on an advertisement on Facebook or whenever you're watching a YouTube video. If, say, the mailman comes and rings the doorbell, or your kid asks you a question, or you just got a notification on Facebook, all those are distractions that take you away from what you're doing at the moment. And a lot of times they can distract you when you're clicking on links on YouTube or on ads. And the human mind is, we have a short attention span, so sometimes you have to keep on hitting people up over and over again. But now when you have your own website, you can pixel and retarget people and basically follow them around the internet. Now we'll get into pixeling and retargeting people a little bit later into this. Another great thing when you have your own website and you're sending people straight to your site is that you get to collect emails, and this also gives you another chance to hit people up over and over again. If you want to build a good, mobile-friendly, and functional website quickly, you'll need to choose a platform, also known as a content management system. Now, by far the best content management system, which is used by over 50% of the top 1 million websites on the internet, is WordPress. And that's for a good reason, because WordPress is extremely user-friendly for building your website and managing your content. It's one of the easiest platforms I've ever worked with, and it's flexible enough to suit your needs, whether you're a blogger, whether you're a small business, or if you're doing affiliate marketing websites like we're talking about in this tutorial. When you're setting up your website, you're going to need three things. The first thing that you're going to need is the WordPress platform. Now, I recommend going with the WordPress.org versus WordPress.com, because WordPress.org is an open source platform and it gives you the flexibility to really customize the website to however you like. Now, the WordPress platform itself is free, but in order for you to have your own site on the platform, you're gonna need a domain name, and it's an address, like sebastianfaila.com or like youtube.com or google.com. And then the next thing that you're gonna need is hosting. Hosting basically just connects your site on the internet and it makes it visible for anyone to visit. Now, domain is gonna cost you just a one-time fee of around $10, and it's worth it because it looks a lot better and it's more official, and it just gives more authority and credibility to your brand. And it looks better than a free domain like yoursite.wordpress.com. Now, hosting is also very cheap and affordable at only $3 to $5 a month, and it usually ends up costing just like your average cup of coffee from Starbucks. And web hosting is usually paid in yearly installments. Now, I would personally recommend that you sign up for as many years as you can afford, as the more years you sign up for, the cheaper it is per month. Now, it used to be kind of annoying to kind of connect everything, WordPress, your domain, and hosting. You used to have to do it manually, but now they made it extremely easy. And as soon as you sign up for web hosting, everything connects all together and it's already all installed. Your domain's connected, WordPress is already installed, and your web hosting is already working, so people can start visiting your website. Now, my go-to for hosting is bluehost.com. I've never had a problem with their web hosting or my site being down, and I think that their customer service is hands down the best in the industry. And when you sign up with Bluehost today, they're also throwing in a free domain name. Now, up next, I'm going to show you guys step by step how to set up your website with Bluehost and WordPress. So step one is to go ahead and visit Bluehost. Now, as a Bluehost user, I've been able to negotiate an amazing price for you guys. And if you're watching this or if you're reading the article, the price is going to be anywhere from $295 to $395 per month, which is anywhere from 50 to 64% off the normal price tag. Now, step two, you're going to want to choose your web hosting plan. After clicking on Get Started, you will now be taken to a page to choose the best web hosting plan that suits your needs. The Plus and Prime options, they're great, but you don't really need them, especially if you're just getting started. And with affiliate marketing websites, I don't really think that you need them at all unless you're getting a lot of traffic per month, but you can always upgrade later down the road. So like I said, I would just recommend that you choose the basic option as shown on the screen. Now, step three is going to be to choose your domain name. And like I said, if you sign up with Bluehost, they go ahead and give you a free domain name, so you don't have to pay $10 or $20 for the domain. But choosing your domain name should be simple. You can make it your business name, or if you're making more of a personal branding website, you can do something like firstnamelastname.com, just like I did with my website, sebastianfaila.com. And a couple of tips that I can offer you when choosing a domain are to keep it simple, make it easy to remember, and to choose the .com extension. Now the .com extension is the most used extension, but if for whatever reason like you can't choose .com and you have a domain that you really want to choose, you can always choose .net or .org, but I'd highly recommend trying to choose a .com if possible. And if you already have a domain name, enter it in the box to the right and click on next. If not, go ahead and see if your domain is available on the box to the left. Okay, so step 4, now you get to fill in all your information. In order to create your account, you must now fill in all the information on the page as shows. All the fields are required minus the business name field. So just go ahead, take a second to fill in your first name, last name, and all the other information on the page. And then after this, the only thing that I would recommend paying for in the package information below is the domain privacy protection. This gives you privacy from others trying to find your personal information such as name and address, and it stops unsolicited offers from agencies trying to offer you just a bunch of services. I made the mistake of not including this once, and I had about 5 to 10 new inquiries from SEO agencies just all trying to offer me the same type of service, and we're not really interested in that. We're interested in doing marketing a different way, and we don't really want to hire these SEO companies because they technically tend to be a little bit more on the spammy side. Then after that, just go ahead and enter your payment information. Bluehost gives you the option to pay with your credit card or with PayPal. And now all you have to do is create your password, and voila, you are now able to start setting up and customizing your site. All right, so now step 5 is to set up and customize your website. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Bluehost made it even easier, and they've automatically gone ahead and installed WordPress for you on a new and improved dashboard. And this is going to be the screen that you see once you log into Bluehost. Now, what you want to do now is go ahead and click on My Sites. And after you click on My Sites, go ahead and click Log into WordPress. Now, what you see here is your WordPress dashboard, and this is what you're going to see every single time that you log in. Along the top, you're going to have a couple of quick links, and on the left hand side, you're going to have all the essentials that you need, such as posts, appearances, pages, plugins and settings, and tools. And then after that, all of your plugins that you do end up installing are going to appear here on the left hand side. And as you can see, I already have ClickFunnels, WP Forms, Yoast SEO, and we'll go ahead and touch on some plugins that you should have installed on your website in a couple of minutes. All right, so up next, step 6 is going to be to choose a theme or a template. Now, WordPress automatically installs a very basic yet very clean theme for you to begin with. It's free, but it also has very limited options. And you also don't want your website to be a carbon copy of all the websites that people didn't really put any effort in, right? You don't really want to be grouped with those websites and kind of be associated with those websites. And that's why there are themes and templates that give you the ability to create a completely unique and one-of-a-kind website. Now, you can find plenty of free themes, over 1,500 actually, just by going to Appearance and then Themes and then browsing all the themes that WordPress does recommend. And you can see some of them on the page here. But if you want something more elegant and that gives you more creative freedom, I would personally recommend the Divi theme. It's what my website is on, and I think about 400,000 people use it, but you can use it to create a complete one-of-a-kind website. Now, in my opinion, it is the easiest drag and drop website builder for WordPress, and it allows you to create amazing websites in honestly no time at all. I've used other drag and drop builders, but none really compared to the flexibility that Divi offers. And as you guys can see here, here's the Divi website. If you want, you can go ahead and check it out. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think about Divi, and if you do end up using it, let me know. Alright, so now that you found the theme that you'd like, you need to go ahead and install it. And installing it is super simple. Just go ahead, click on Appearance, then click on Themes, then click on Install. And then after it's done installing, which usually takes just a couple seconds all the way up to a minute, you go ahead and click on Activate. Now, if you go ahead and change themes, it won't delete your previous posts, pages, and content, and you can change themes honestly as often as you want without ever having to worry about losing what you've created. Now, how do you add content and create new pages? It's really simple. You just go on the left hand side like we were talking about earlier, and if you want to create a new page, just click on pages and then click on add page, and then you go ahead and type in whatever page you want to add, whether you want to add a services page or a resources page or an about page. It's really simple to do. Just go ahead and on the bar right over here, click on what you want your page to be named, and then it's going to be named that. And as you can see right over here, the permalink is going to be created as well. So as you can see here, let's say for blog, mine is going to be sebastianfailla.com/blog. So just as easy as it is to add a new page to your website, it's the same exact process to go ahead and add a new post to your website. So what you want to do is go ahead, click on posts, add new, and once you finish writing it, you can go ahead and upload it. You can also add pages to the menu. Now, if you want your new page to be linked in your navigation bar, or if you want your blog to be linked in your navigation bar, save any changes that you've made up to this point by clicking on update. Now what you want to do is go ahead and click on appearance and then click on menus. And once you've done that, find the page that you created and add it to the list by clicking the checkbox next to it and then add to menu. And this is going to add your page to the top of your menu so that people can find it easily by just going ahead and scrolling to the top. Now there's also endless tweaks that you can make. You can go ahead and change your title and tagline. You can also disable comments for posts and pages if you don't want to have any comments on your blog or on your pages. This is a great way to go ahead and do it. You can also go ahead and set up a static front page. This basically means to have just a page and no blogs on the front page, or you can go ahead and have it be your blog feed. After this, you can also go ahead and edit the sidebar, whether the sidebar is on the left side or on the right side. A lot of people typically add an email opt-in on the sidebar, or they add any categories that they may have for their blogs. Now, if you really want to get more out of WordPress, I would recommend installing a couple of plugins. Now, plugin is basically just an extension that is built to expand WordPress's capabilities. You can add features and functions to your site that don't come built in, and there's a huge market of people that create plugins, and there's some really amazing ones out there, and then there's some that you really don't need. But we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the amazing ones that you can go ahead and install in your site. They're basically shortcuts to getting your site to do exactly what you want without having to build the feature from scratch. And if you're not a coder like me, these are a blessing. And you can use plugins to do everything from adding photo galleries, submission forms, and optimizing your website, or even creating an online store. So how exactly do we install a new plugin? It's the same way that you basically install the theme, but you're installing a plugin now. So you go to plugin, you click on add new, and you can either search on WordPress, or you can search, just do a quick Google search for any plugin that you might want. Now there's thousands and thousands of free plugins, so you really don't have to spend any money on them, but there are a couple of plugins that they're anywhere from 20 to 50 bucks, and they're really, really awesome. And I think they're good to have on your website. And once you found a plugin that you want to go ahead and install, just click on install, drag the plugin over there, and then you can just go ahead and activate the plugin. Some of the best plugins that you should go ahead and have installed on your website are a Super Cache plugin. You should also have an SEO plugin. The one that I would recommend is Yoast SEO. Having SEO on your website and doing SEO, even if it's just very simple, can increase your traffic, especially if you're ranking for long-term keywords. And the last one that I would recommend is Google Analytics, because you can track your visitors and you can see their behavior, and it's just really simple to go ahead and install. And it's something that a lot of people don't install, but I do think that it should be installed, just so you can see where your traffic's coming from, what type of people, the demographics, what countries they're coming from, and just so much more information that Google has. And it can be very, very beneficial. So once you do start running paid traffic, you know exactly who your audience is. All right, so step 3 now is to do keyword and content research. Now that you got your website up and ready to go, it's time to start adding some content to it. This is where the keyword research comes in, and unfortunately for most people, this is also where they tend to not put much work in, and it shows in the results because they don't do as well. Now, keyword and content research is important because you need to know if what you're about to post is getting any searches or hits on a monthly basis. You also get to see what your competitors are talking about and what gets the most attention and brings in the most traffic for them. But remember, good marketers copy, but great ones steal. Just make sure that when you're doing your research, you don't flat out copy exactly what someone else is doing. You'll get called out for it, and eventually you're going to lose your credibility. Now, you can go ahead and steal an idea for a headline or a thumbnail on YouTube, or an idea for a piece of content. Just see what works and give it your own unique twist and make it better. Now, do you see that odd numbers and headlines are bringing in 60% more traffic? Go ahead and use an odd number in your headline. Does a certain type of thumbnail get more clicks on YouTube? Maybe a half and half gets more clicks. Or maybe your face cut out with a cool background gets more clicks. Just steal the idea and put your own unique spin on it. Now, there are both free and paid services you can take advantage of to do your research, but here I'm going to focus mainly on the free ones. The first one is the Google Keyword Planner. Before you start using it though, you do need to go ahead and create a free AdWords account. And if you haven't done so yet, I would recommend that you do that whenever you have a chance. But after that, you want to go ahead and visit the dashboard, and under Tools, click on the Keyword Planner. Then go ahead and type in a topic related to your niche or something that you're thinking about promoting. For this example, I'm going to be sticking with ClickFunnels. So under your product or service, just go ahead and type in ClickFunnels. And after you've typed in your keyword, go ahead and click on Get Ideas. Now it's going to take you to a page that looks like this, and it may take a second or two to load, but it will give you the average monthly searches for your search term, and then keywords related to your main search ranked by relevance. And as we can see here, ClickFunnels gets anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 searches per month, and the first two related searches to ClickFunnels also get up to 10,000 searches per month. So that's a really good sign to go ahead and get started. This means that people are interested in your topic or your product, and it's a good thing to do a little bit more research on and create some content around. Next on our list, we want to go ahead and check out Google Trends, and we do this to see if the interest in our topic or product has gone up and it's going up, or if it has already peaked and it's starting to go down. We want to create content that will be good for the long term, and you don't want to create an epic piece of content around something that's going to get zero traffic within the next 6 months. So as we can see here, the trend for ClickFunnels has been going up for the past couple years as popularity for the platform does continue to grow. Up next, we have Ubersuggest, located on Neil Patel's personal blog. This is a great free keyword tool, and I use it mainly to look up keyword searches on Google and YouTube, but you can also look up keywords for images, news, and shopping. Now, say we were going to promote something like a dog hair brush. You could go ahead and type that in, and these are going to be all the results that come up for dog hair brush. And as you can see, there's almost 750 keyword ideas related to dog hair brushes. Now, this is powerful because if I have an online blog or YouTube channel related to pet grooming, I now have 750 keywords all related to dog brushes, and I can see exactly what keywords get the most search volume per month, and then I can go ahead and create content around that. A good alternative to Ubersuggest is also keywordtool.io. They give you a little bit more search terms, but the only thing is that you do have to pay to see the search volume. So for now, you guys can go ahead and stick to Ubersuggest, and I'm going to go ahead and link it down below. As for vidIQ and BuzzSumo listed on this page here, we're going to go ahead and talk about them more in the next steps, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so step 4 is going to be ranking videos on YouTube. While it's becoming harder to rank for certain search terms on Google, YouTube has become a great source of traffic that even a beginner can take advantage of. On YouTube, two of the main search ranking factors are click-through rate and watch time. YouTube wants to keep you on their platform for as long as possible so that you watch more videos and in turn consume more ads so that they can make more money. So if your videos receive a lower average watch time, then YouTube won't show your videos as much as it shows others that get a higher watch time. Now, your videos should be at least 5 minutes long, and if you can make them 10 to 20 minutes long, that's even better. Also, the more consistent that you are with uploading content, the more that YouTube rewards you with showing your videos more often. The next factor in getting ranked on YouTube is click-through rate. What this means is Does your thumbnail and headline grab people's attention enough to make them want to click and watch your video over other people's videos? Make sure that you spend some time on creating a great thumbnail and writing an epic headline that gets people's attention. A free resource that I use to make all of my thumbnails personally is Canva, and it honestly has everything that you need on there, and it is extremely user friendly. So you also want to make sure to include your keywords in the keyword section when you upload a new video. And in addition to the keyword research we did in step 3, I also like to use a tool called vidIQ to see what my competitors are trying to rank for, what keywords they're using, and what keywords that they're personally ranking for. Another great way that you can go ahead and rank even quicker on YouTube is by advertising on YouTube. Now, YouTube likes that you advertise on their platform, so in turn they might reward you a little bit more for spending some money, but I personally don't know that for sure. But some of the videos that I have spent some money advertising for are ranked a little bit higher than videos that I haven't spent, so just go ahead and test that out. Now, I would go ahead and show you guys exactly how to do YouTube advertising, but that would probably be another hour-long video, which I might make a little bit later down the road in the future on my channel. So if you're interested in that, just send me an email or let me know down below in the comment section. Now, step 5 is to go ahead and build backlinks to your site. And I'm going to take a page out of Neil Patel's book here and teach you how he was able to build close to 24,000 unique backlinks back to his site. Now, backlinks back to your site is one of the best things that you can do to help your SEO and help your website rank. You don't want to just build backlinks from low quality and low authority sites. You want to make sure that the links that you're generating come from high domain authority websites. This helps you get free traffic so long as you create great content. Now, the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and visit BuzzSumo and type in a keyword related to your niche. Now, BuzzSumo is free up to a certain amount of searches and uses per day, but when you can and when you can afford it, I would highly recommend that you use the paid version of it, because the software, in my opinion, is definitely a must-have. You want to then look for the content that has the most shares, but also look for the in-depth articles such as the 9-step method to burning fat this summer or 101 ways to make money online in 2018. Just look up any good step-by-step or list-based articles. Then go ahead and take that information and turn it into an infographic. Make sure to cite your sources on the infographic itself to avoid copyright and give credit to the author. Now, you can go ahead and create a great infographic on Infogram and Canva, or you can feel free to hire freelance on Dribbble or Upwork to create an epic infographic. Now, it's important here to make your infographic super visual and have a good flow and good use of colors that match. You want something easy on the eyes that can be consumed in a matter of seconds. Next, go to all the people that shared the content on BuzzSumo, on Twitter, and email each and every person. You can go ahead and email them this. Hey John, I noticed that you shared this article on Twitter, insert link here, called 7 Powerful Ways to Add 10 Pounds of Muscle in 90 Days by author Sebastian Failla. I have a similar infographic that actually breaks down these points in a visual fashion. Go ahead and insert your link here. Cheers, your name. Now go ahead and email every single person that shared the same article with the same message. Most people will be happy to share it and that you took the time out to reach out to them. Now, if you have some extra money and want to save yourself some time, I would recommend hiring someone on Upwork or a virtual assistant from the Philippines and have them do the emailing on your behalf. It's only going to cost you $2 to $4 per hour of work that they do, but it is highly worth it because it saves you a lot of time and it does get tedious after a little bit. And if you keep on rinsing and repeating the same process until you've built up hundreds and thousands of backlinks to your site and content, you're going to be getting traffic from all over the place and it's going to help you rank. Now, at this point, you should have at least a couple hundred visitors coming to your website each and every month, and you'll definitely be making a few affiliate sales and the passive income starts now. It's a truly beautiful thing. You've done all this work up to this point. You're making a couple $100, if not $1,000 or $2,000 on autopilot. But how do we improve that so that you can take it a bit further and actually take this full time and quit your job? This leads me to the next step, step 6, which is building your email list. In my experience online, building an email list is one of the most important and most powerful things that you can do when you're starting a business. But for some reason, a lot of people don't do it. I don't know if it's because they think it's too time consuming or they don't know what to send, but you need to start collecting emails. When you build your email list, you start gathering a list of people that are interested in your niche and your product. And by doing this, you become seen as an authority figure as you start building more and more rapport with your audience. Now, given that you give at least 5 times more than you ask, each email on your list should be worth an average of $1 per email per month. This means that if you have accumulated over 10,000 emails in 1 year and that you don't spam your list with spammy offers and you're always just asking and not giving, you could be making close to $10,000 per month, if not more. And in order to start building your list, you need to have an email autoresponder. Now, if you're on a budget, I recommend MailChimp. It's free up to 2,000 emails, and then it only starts at $10 a month. But they don't do too good with affiliate links, and affiliate links are against their terms of service more. Now, MailChimp is mainly used by like local businesses to keep people up to date on, just the newest specials that they may have. And I wouldn't really recommend MailChimp as a long-term focus, but if you don't have any money, MailChimp right now is pretty good just to start collecting emails. Now, my personal favorite and the one that I use on a daily basis is ActiveCampaign. It's a more robust platform and it gives you a bit more options than MailChimp, but the reason why I prefer it over MailChimp is because it works better for affiliate marketing and it has better deliverability rate. This means that your email is more likely to end up in their main folder rather than their spam folder or promotion. Now, with affiliate marketing, you want to mail your list frequently or else people will forget about you. The first week that someone subscribes to your list, you should let them know what you're about. What does your business or website aim to do? Do you have a mission statement? Is there a cool story behind the website or behind you? You just want to make sure to go ahead and give away plenty of value. And we already did the research to see what your audience likes and wants in step 3 of this guide and tutorial, so you know exactly what to give away and what type of content that they like to consume. Now, there's some templates that I use for my emails that are all located inside of russellbrunson's.com secrets book. I would love to include them here and just go over each and every single one of them, but Russell does a much better job of explaining them. Plus, I think they're better saved for another post and another video. And if you still don't have the .com Secrets book, I would highly recommend that you pick up a copy and read it at least 3 to 4 times. The .com Secrets book is honestly the Bible of internet marketing, and it sets a great foundation for all things internet marketing, and it's where I got my start from, and a lot of my knowledge comes from the book .com Secrets. Alright, so this brings us to our last step, step 7, which is about advertising. But before we go ahead and jump in, let's go ahead and recap everything that you've done up until this point. You first started out by choosing a niche to build your website around. Next, it was time to go ahead and build, set up, and customize your website. Remember, this is where all your content is going to be stored, and it is going to be the center point for where all your traffic is funneled to. Then, it was time to start doing keyword and content research to start getting some ideas for what content the people in your niche are already consuming and enjoying. Next up, I touched on how you get free traffic with YouTube by learning what it takes to rank a video and start driving organic traffic to your website and affiliate offers. And if you wanted to know how you could really boost the amount of free traffic you were getting, I showed you Neil Patel's strategy to building backlinks back to your site. Then I touched upon the importance of building an email list and how you could build your own and what to send. Now, if you have done steps 1 to 6, at this point you should be making a couple hundred or even $1,000 to $2,000 per month on autopilot with your website. Now, before you get into advertising, you need to complete steps 1 to 6. A lot of people think that spending money on ads is some sort of magic pill that'll make all their business problems go away. But honestly, before you spend a single dime on ads, you should focus on creating great content and exhausting your free traffic methods. Now, once you know how to drive free traffic and what converts and what doesn't, spending money on ads will be a lot easier for you. And you'll also save a lot of time, money, and frustration. And trust me, I know this from my own personal experiences. Now, this tutorial is more meant for beginners, so I won't really dive deep into the advertising strategies here, but I'll give you a good idea of what to think about for when you do reach this point. The main advertising platforms you'll want to focus on are YouTube, Facebook, and Google AdWords. My preferred ads platform is YouTube. YouTube does not have all the people advertising on it that Facebook and Google do. Therefore, ads are a little bit cheaper and you can reach more people for the least amount of money. Plus, the barrier to entry is slightly higher on YouTube because you need to have a video in order to run an ad. And some people, not you guys though, since you're watching this tutorial, see it as an obstacle to create a video, so they don't really advertise on YouTube. But they don't know what they're missing out on, honestly. The first internet marketing conference that I went back into 2015 in Orlando, Florida, made sure to ingrain one key things in our minds, and that was retargeting. You know how when you visit a website such as Amazon, you start seeing ads for the product that you visited all over the place? Yeah, that's retargeting. It basically works by adding a little line of code to one of your pages or your website, and once the visitor lands on one of your pages, it places a cookie on their browser. This is extremely important to do when you start advertising because people will most likely not purchase from you the first time. It's highly unlikely for somebody to purchase from you the first time, especially if you're a brand new website that they've never heard of. And on average, it takes people 7 times to interact with you and your brand before they purchase from your link or buy any of your stuff. Now, if you're sending traffic to a piece of content with your affiliate link in the blog post or video, you can then show an ad to the same person that takes them straight to your offer, because now they're considered warm traffic and they're not cold traffic. Now, this costs pennies on the dollar of what typical advertising costs, plus they're most likely to purchase because they've already been exposed to your brand and you know that they're interested in your offer. Alright, so it's time to start wrapping this tutorial up, but I hope that you can take the information here and start making your first few affiliate sales online. I remember my first sale and I just had this rush of energy flowing through my body. It just felt so good, and there's nothing like your first time. But anyways, I hope you put this information to good use, and if it helps you make your first sale or you start making some money with your affiliate marketing efforts, I would love to know in the comments down below. And if you have any questions or want clarifications on any part of the tutorial, please feel free to let me know as well. Now that you have all the knowledge, it's time to go implement everything that you've learned here. So let's go ahead and crush it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, and I will see you guys in the next video.